Welcome, everyone. That's funny. So this actually records a few seconds before you go live. Got to see me scratching my head. So welcome. Thank you for coming to today's live stream. My name is Paul Fletcher, and I'm happy to be here live on Tao Center Portland's main page. I'm going to see where I can see the comments coming in, because it doesn't really show me that. Let's see if it lets me. See where I can. There we go. Okay. Now I'm all here. So thank you for coming. Today is the second session in which I start sharing the wisdom of Tao Calligraphy and Tao Bei. For those of you that are not familiar with it, that's the new book that just came out right here. And Master Sha's newest book, I tell you, it's just chock full of some amazing wisdom. I have been leafing through it and reading what I can when I can. And truly remarkable, the amount of really advanced, and it simplifies it, of course, but if you didn't know better, you would really have no idea just how advanced this sharing of this wisdom is. So very excited to share some additional things, and I invite you to come back every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at this time. I'm going to be live on Tuesdays and Thursdays sharing the wisdom and sound practices. And then Lori is one of our advanced students. She'll be doing the practices on Wednesdays and Fridays. So 4 days in which you can bathe in this healing field. And that's very exciting, of course. But, you know, one of the reasons why I'm doing this is because, well, you know, it's a mandate to us center leaders that we have to know what it is we're teaching, which I know pretty well. But when Master comes out with a new book, we need to know it as well. And we are actually tested on that. So I thought to myself, what a better way to really know this book inside out than to teach it to you. So that's what these sessions are about. And I would really appreciate if you guys could all hit that share button and share it to your feed, share it to your friends. You never know who else is going to join us, and somebody might get some aha moments from this. That would be a wonderful service. I see. I also want to acknowledge all those who have said hi. I see Nirma, welcome. Thank you for joining, Nirma. Welcome, Anthea. And welcome also to Deborah Anderson. So happy to see you all join me. Thank you for saying hello. And so I will go ahead and start sharing a little bit about what we covered 2 days ago, which was the first on Tuesday. So in those first few days, we covered the introduction of who is Dr. and Master Sha, a little bit about myself being from the Tao Center. And what Master Sha covered mostly was the nature of this 5,000-year-old wisdom. Today, we're going to go more into it, the nature of Shen, Qi, and Jing. Welcome, Luz. Welcome also to Risto. Risto, I think I know who that is, but that's your Facebook name. We'll call you Risto. But Shen, Qi, and Jing is actually really a core understanding of how Tao healing works. And for those of you that are not familiar with who is the writer or the author of this book, Tao Calligraphy, the title again being Tao Calligraphy to Heal and Rejuvenate Your Back. Now on the back is a front and back is this Tao Calligraphy image. And if you look carefully, you'll actually see the spine superimposed underneath the calligraphy. And what that represents is that this Tao Bei means Tao back. And it is a book on healing. And when Master Sha received the guidance to write this book, he said, okay, well, what do I focus on? Where is most of humanity's issues? And actually, most of humanity's issues are either the back or emotional problems. Isn't that interesting? Especially with COVID this last 2 years, lots of emotional imbalances. The great news is this can be used for any condition. It doesn't matter. And we're going to talk more about Tao calligraphy. We talked a little bit about Tao calligraphy before. And basically, Tao means a word that means source, and calligraphy is a form of art. So if you missed the first session on Tuesday, 2 days ago, make sure you go back to our history in the Tao Center Portland videos, and all of our videos are in there. You can go back and watch those, okay? So source art is what is a medium through which this form of healing can be delivered. Of course, Tao healing can be delivered through other forms, including song, dance, art, as you're discovering today, even Tao hands, which I've done many, many Facebook live streams offering amazing Tao hands healings. But what you'll come to understand about Tao calligraphy is that it is a medium through which the source, pure love and light, the pure frequency and vibration can come to us. And when we connect with this piece of art, because when it was created, the source light was transmitted into it. It resides there. And all that's required to receive the light and the frequency and the healing vibration within, all that's required is to be with it, to meditate with it, or to practice interaction with it, which is called tracing, which we'll share with you in a little while. And so having set that foundation, and welcome also Terry, welcome also Johnny. Thank you everybody for coming. I'm so happy to see you. Please hit the share button. Let's get these live stream numbers up even more. Let other people know about this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump into some of the teachings. I went ahead and downloaded the book from Kindle, which you of course can do yourself. And instead of distorting the words of the book, I'm just going to put them on the screen and read some of them to you. Stop and comment, read some, stop and comment. And that way you get the actual wisdom directly from the book. And of course, the healing can occur as well. Now, one thing I do invite you to do, because as a center leader, as a certified master teacher and certified healer, just being present and sharing with you, you are receiving healing. So I invite you to make a request now. Tell heaven, tell your source, your creator. I would really like a healing for ABC. And starting now, you'll start receiving, and then we'll also do some practice in a little while, okay? So now I am going to share one of the screens here, and let me get this set up properly. And then I'll read a little bit from that and share with you. There we go. You should be able to see the screen now. And so we are on now, what page is this? It doesn't tell me a page, at least not in Kindle Reader. But let me go back a few pages here. I was jumping ahead to see what was coming today. There we go. I believe this is chapter 2, the Universal Law of Shen, Qi, Jing. A soul over matter information system. Now that's a bit of a mouthful, so let's break it down a bit. There is great ancient wisdom within 3 words, Jing, Qi, and Shen. The Yellow Emperor's Inner Canon, which is the earliest authoritative book on traditional Chinese medicine, explains that Jing is matter, Qi is energy. Everybody's heard of Qi, right? And is soul or spirit, which is expressed through energy and matter. Everyone and everything are made up of Shen, Qi, Jing. A human being, an animal, a house, an ocean, a mountain, Mother Earth, and countless planets, stars, galaxies, and universes are all made of Shen, Qi, Jing. And generally speaking, we can see matter and feel energy. We can see matter. That's our blood, etc., our skin, and we can feel energy, but we cannot see the soul. So for example, if we are on the shore by an ocean, you could feel the ocean's energy. If we're on a mountain, you could feel the mountain's energy, especially if you're meditating, right? Under the sun, we can feel the sun's energy. However, most people cannot see the soul of an ocean or a mountain or the sun, because the soul itself is a light being. A soul's light is beyond the spectrum of visible light. Even a highly developed spiritual being with open spiritual channels may not be able to see souls. Isn't that interesting? So Dr. Rulin Xu, a quantum physicist and string theorist, co-founded Tao Science with me. This is Master Sha speaking. I'm reading his words. Tao Science shares that Shen, Qi, Jing is a universal law, just as the law of yin yang is a universal law and the law of 5 elements are universal laws, which means they apply to and describe everyone and everything in countless stars, planets, galaxies, and universes. The universal law of Shen, Qi, Jing is the first foundational law of Tao science. Now, this law states that everyone and everything are made up of Shen, Qi, Jing. Now, I'm going to stop this sharing and kind of give my own observation on this. Everyone and everything is made up of Shen, Qi, Jing. Master Sha states what Shen is made of, what Qi is made of. Qi is energy. Jing is a Mandarin Chinese word that represents matter. And this is an ancient wisdom that's from one of the earliest authoritative books discovering the universal laws of the universe. So this is not something that was just created recently. This is something that's been out there a long time. So if you start to understand that everything is made up of Shen, Qi, and Jing, then that means every good experience in your life has that in it. Every not so good experience in your life is made up of Shen, Qi, and Jing as well. And if you know what things are made up of, you can heal that. So when we have a health issue, that actually has a soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter associated with it. When you have excellent financial conditions, that's because it has a soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter associated with it. Now we're going to come back and I'm going to share a little bit more with you as this goes into a little deeper sharing of the wisdom. So let's go there. Next page. Shen includes soul, heart, and mind. The heart is more than the physical heart. The heart is the core of life. Qi is energy. Jing, as you now have discovered, is matter. Because energy and matter make up the body, because energy and matter make up your body, my body, we can restate the law of Shen, Qi, Jing as followed. Everyone and everything has a soul, heart, mind, and body. Now this is interesting. He defaults to Einstein's equation. Einstein's renowned equation, E equals mc squared, states the relationship between the energy, the mass of the body of matter. Tao science states that the relationship of soul, energy, and matter via the equation S plus E plus M equals 1. In other words, Einstein's equation is a relationship between energy and matter. But the equation S plus E plus M equals 1 adds a new variable on top of the energy and matter. The S represents Shen. Shen. What's Shen? It's soul, heart, and mind. E represents Qi or energy, and M represents matter. And then the equals 1, that's pretty relevant. 1 represents the entire source oneness field. Now, Master Sha refers to it as the Tao source oneness field. Dr. Berlin and I feel that the Tao source oneness field is the grand unified field that physicists have been seeking for decades in order to develop a grand unification theory that encompasses all known fields and forces in space and time. That's a big sentence. I will explain the Tao source oneness field further in subsequent chapters. So the equation S plus E plus M equals 1 expresses that one's soul, heart, mind, plus energy and matter are all collectively in a oneness field. This is very, very important. If you can grasp this, folks, I'm telling you, this is where the healing begins. Because if the soul, the heart, the mind, energy, and matter all equal 1, and they're all within the source creator field that we all reside in, then we can also transform whatever is not so happy in our life. That was my ad-libbing. We'll go back to the written sentence. If this oneness field is broken, then any challenge in life could disappear, whether it's health, relationship, finances, spiritual journey, or any other aspect. Now, here's the secret. To heal, transform, and enlighten every aspect of life is to align your soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter as one. This is the universal law and the ultimate truth for all life. The law of Shen, Qi, and Jing is a law of creation. It's an alignment law of oneness. So in this book, some major wisdom concepts and practices are both emphasized and repeated. To help you to realize they're important and to imprint them in your heart and soul, Shen indicates soul, heart, and mind. Soul is the information or message. The law of Shen Qi Jing describes soul over matter information system. This soul over matter information system describes the process of creation, which has 5 steps. So, what has been shared so far? There are universal laws. The universal law of Shen Qi Jing has been known for thousands of years, but it gets lost in time. And this new equation that the physicist, Dr. Lin Shu, who's a co-leader at Tao Center Portland, along with myself and Portia Ing, she was working for years as a physicist, as one of the top physicists out of college in China, went to the #1 college in China, then went to UC Berkeley, one of the top physicists there, graduated from 2 universities, Chinese and American University, both well known for their physics program. Her goal was to find one mathematical equation that answers everything in the universe. It's called the oneness principle, or the grand unification theory, the theory that unifies all creation. Nobody has discovered it until she started working with Master Sha. Master Sha, you'll come to understand, is a very connected soul, very connected to the source, does everything he can to serve humanity. And he asked the source, do you have the equation for the grand unification theory? And the source told him, S plus E plus M equals 1. Now, you don't have to be a math guru or understand physics to appreciate that it is a very simple equation. Shen, which is soul, heart, and mind, plus energy, plus matter, collectively equal 1. What is 1? How many times have you walked through spiritual events and activities and various belief systems, and what do they pretty much all say? We're all from the one creator. So what is 1? 1 is everything from that creator, which is what? Soul. What's another word for soul? Spirit, spark of the source. Plug in a word, doesn't matter. Don't square your head around the word soul if it doesn't fit you. It's okay. Everything comes from the source. Almost everyone can agree with that. So S plus E plus M equals 1 is soul or spirit, whatever word you want to use. What's the heart? The heart is the core of life. Heart is not physical heart. Everything has the heart. But what does the heart mean? It means everything has the innate love of the source within it. It has the heart of the source within it. Okay, so when source subdivided itself and created all creation and all universes, was source less, or source was still complete, just in pieces like you and me? So all source, whether it's small or large, you, me, or this little bottle here, or the cup, whatever, all energy and matter is made of, still has source within it. This is the deeper, higher wisdom. S plus E plus M equals 1 is everything has spirit, heart, and consciousness, mind. Mind is consciousness. It has the spirit of the source. It has the heart of the source. It has the consciousness of the source. That's the S in this equation. Plus E plus M. E is energy plus matter. And you come to discover in the next part of what I'm about to read to you is that this equation can be applied to understand the process of creation in an extremely simple to understand matter. So let's jump back in and identify that next series of wisdoms. The 5 steps of creation are: step 1, soul is information. This is a Tao science explanation, a physics explanation, that the soul, a container, our soul is a container. The source created our soul, created you, created me, created spirit, if you will. Soul carries information. Soul is creator. Soul came from creator. Soul is aspect of creator. It's written exactly here. Soul is information, which is a creator. Information is a creator. Think about that. Is the information positive or is it negative? It creates. Everybody here watching has probably heard somewhere in their life, watch what you're thinking. You might create something that you don't like, or vice versa. Focus on the good and you'll create. What does that mean? Soul is information, which is creator. But this is not what you think is what comes. That's much on the lower rung. Let's read the next paragraph. The concept and study of information are key in quantum physics and Tao science. In simple terms, if we think of everyone and everything as a computer network, then information is like the data that is put into the network and determines the output, including the characteristics, behavior, and the nature of a system. So the information in determines the output. Got it? In spiritual terms, information or message is soul. In spiritual terms, information or message is soul. For everyone and everything, the soul is the warehouse of information. It's a storage container. A person's soul is the warehouse of all information or messages that the person has accumulated in the current and past lifetimes. The information stored by the soul is a creator. Soul over matter means soul can make things happen. In fact, the soul can transform every aspect of life. Now, that little part there, you might resonate with, go, wow, that makes so much sense. There may be some people watching this go, wait. Soul holds everything and it dictates everything? The answer, according to this wisdom, is yes. Because your soul holds all the thoughts, all the words, all the actions. I'm going to go a little long on this one because when I first started learning about this wisdom, I had a real issue. I was told that my thoughts, not just my words and my actions, but my thoughts could be used against me, so to speak. Meaning that if I have judgments and criticisms and negative thoughts, that's actually recorded. I was like, well, where's it recorded at? And people would say, it's recorded at the Akashic record. Well, let's simplify it. It stays within our personal vibrational fields. Every thought, every word, every action you've ever had, not just in this lifetime, but in all lifetimes, assuming you believe in more than one, stays in your personal vibrational field. Doesn't just dissolve or disappear. So if you're the kind of person that has a predominancy of judgmental, critical thoughts about yourself, for example, then you're also probably the kind of person that has very low self-esteem. Or maybe you're an A-type personality that's never, ever, ever happy with yourself. Because as you have those negative thoughts, they stay in your field. And what does the wisdom share? It shares that the soul is the creator. So our soul is holding all this information, either positive or negative, and it is creating for us. What have you been taught prior to this book coming out? Almost all of us were taught mind over matter. What we think is what happens. Well, if you think negative, negative happens. Well, that's not untrue. But here's where you really want to understand the difference. The soul started long before your mind. It's been here since creation. And it has had many opportunities to have negative thoughts, words, and actions brought within its vibrational field. And those is what was prior to the mind offering mind over matter. So this is when Master Sha uses the words soul over matter. That's what he means. Soul is way above the mind. And this is what has been missing in humanity's understanding of how to heal. And that's where we're headed with this. Let's jump back into the book. Step 2, we already did step 1, which is soul. Step 2, soul leads the heart. Everyone and everything has a heart. This heart is more than the physical heart. This heart is the emotional heart, the physical heart, the spiritual heart, and more. A human has a heart, an animal has a heart. Does the ocean have a heart? Does a mountain have a heart? Does Mother Earth have a heart? The answer is yes. They all have a heart. Why? Because the source created them. The source heart is infused in everything. The source consciousness is infused in everything. This heart is the receiver. That's the important key word here. The heart is the receiver of the information stored by the soul. The heart is the core of life. Step 3, heart leads the mind. Mind is what? Consciousness. We just said that. It includes many different types of consciousness: superficial, deep, subconsciousness, logical consciousness, imaginal consciousness, inspirational consciousness, huge consciousness, and more. Consciousness is a big subject. Millions of people study it. Millions of people apply. They apply mind over matter, which is referred to as mindfulness. This means that mind can make things happen. Millions of people use positive thinking. Millions of people use positive chanting or affirmations. These practices all belong to mind over matter or mindfulness. But where is mind in the hierarchy of creation? Mind is the processor. It's 2 rungs below soul. What's above the mind? The heart. Whose heart? Source heart. And what's above the heart? Your soul. Whose soul? Your soul. Your soul, which has been carrying all this information, both positive and negative. That is what is actually leading your mind. Soul leads the heart, heart leads the mind. Mind is the processor. Think of it as a factory in the chain of production. Raw or unassembled material is input, and at the end of the chain, the output is the finished product. Similarly, that input that the mind receives is information or messages from the soul via the heart. The mind processes that information consciously or subconsciously and then makes a decision consciously or subconsciously as its finished product. Mind over matter and mindfulness are great, but in my opinion, Master Sha's words, in my opinion, they are not enough. People may not be aware that mindfulness is directed by the heart. We could move to heart over matter or heartfulness. Heartfulness would be a level above, beyond mindfulness. In ancient wisdom, the heart houses the mind and the soul. The ultimate level is soulfulness, which is soul over matter. Soul over matter is the core teaching in all of my books, and it applies to all the practices that I share, says Master Sha. So that's where we're going to end the teaching aspect of today. And we're going to go move into a practice. I'm just going to check here into the chat room. So welcome also to Eugenia. And thank you, everybody, for posting. Thank you for being here live with me. And, do share this with other people who kind of wonder, what are you doing that you're changing? You're a different person now. You're not as this or that as you used to be. You'll hear that from your friends and your family members. What is this healing thing that you're doing? How does that work? This book explains that. You could give them this video by itself, and it would help them to understand more about the different ways you're helping people around you and helping yourself. So now we're going to use a practice. We're simply going to do a meditation. We're going to meditate with a Tao calligraphy. And for those of you that are new, Tao calligraphy, as was posted in 2 days ago when I started talking about this is what this book is written about, is Tao calligraphy and how it can be used to heal. And Tao calligraphy is, in essence, a form of art that carries a sacred message within it. Since you've just learned that soul or spirit carries what? Information. What's another word for information? Message. So everything carries spirit, information, and message. So does a piece of art carry it? The answer is yes. So if I wrote the word love on a piece of paper, it carries that energetic message. Raise your hand if you ever heard of Dr. Emoto, the man who froze water and then took crystals of the water. Well, what he did is he used the words, put it on the glass: love, anger, hate, happiness, and so forth. He would play music that was very soothing. He would play music that was very loud and difficult. And then he would take photos of the water. The information dictated how the energy and matter formed the water. If the information was love, the form of the water and the water crystal was very vibrant and beautiful and pleasing to the eye. If the information was hate, a negative connotation, then the energy and matter of the water formed a blob, basically, not even something that can be identified as crystalline in nature. So when you see a piece of art come in front of you, which I'm about to put on the screen, it carries a message. I'm going to put the calligraphy up for earth element, because Mother Earth needs blessings, doesn't she? And we're going to chant to serve Mother Earth. We're going to chant a song called Love, Peace, and Harmony. Most of you here know it. Some of you may not. That's okay. It's a beautiful song. And you can learn more at lovepeaceharmony.org. That's a nonprofit division of this organization. We want to serve humanity in a big way. I invite you to go there and learn more. But this song can be used to serve humanity. And we're going to connect to the earth element and ask it to serve as well. So when I put this source image up, what I would like you to do is to follow my lead as I walk you through this meditation and this practice, okay? And we're going to transform the Shen, Qi, and Jing, which is what? Information of Mother Earth, which right now is going through a huge turmoil. We need more love, don't we? We need more peace, we need more harmony. And this is one way in which we can accomplish that. So let me share this special calligraphy with you. And then we will all interact with it together, okay? So you should see that on your screen right now. And how do we interact? We apply some basic wisdom and understanding. The basic wisdom and understanding is called the 6-power technique. Where we place our hands is where the light and love goes. Where we put our mind is where the light and love goes. Where we put our mantra, our sound, right? If we're chanting love, peace, and harmony, that's where the light goes to whatever we're putting our focus on. Where we put our focus on is called the soul power. And we do that by saying hello. We're using the source calligraphy as a medium to offer the healing. And we're going to meditate, which is an aspect of mind power. So when we close our eyes and meditate and we chant love, peace, and harmony together, I want you to collectively visualize a web of light surrounding Earth, and that light coming to every place that there may be war or famine or discomfort, and have those people receive that blessing, okay? So let's connect first to the soul of this calligraphy. You may close your eyes. I'll walk you through this connection. And silently repeat along with me if you are okay with this invocation. And dear the soul of the information, energy, and matter, the frequency of love and light transmitted within the source calligraphy, who, for the earth element, I'm so grateful for the opportunity to meditate with you, practice with you. Could you please bless this practice? Bless Mother Earth as appropriate. Bless her with love and peace and harmony. Bless all the inhabitants of Mother Earth as well. Help them to transform any negative information, any negative vibration or messages they may be holding in our collective consciousness and in our vibrational field. I'm so very grateful. Thank you. Let's also connect to the mantra of love, peace, and harmony. How do we do that? Continue to repeat. Dear the soul of the mantra of love, peace, and harmony, I deeply appreciate you and your service. Could you please radiate your love, light, frequency, and vibration, and bless all humanity, all souls on Mother Earth. Please bless Mother Earth herself with this beautiful love, light, frequency, and vibration. Thank you. So now as we close our eyes, visualize Mother Earth and all its inhabitants being permeated with the messages of love, peace, and harmony. See the light. Let us begin. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. Why was she early? Why climb and lay lonely? Her shang shang ai ping an shen shang ai ping an shen. English. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. Lula, lula, send love to the world. Lula, lula, la, li. Lula, lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. Lula, hallelujah. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. Continue to sing with me. See the light coming to all the areas of humanity that need more light. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, la, li. Lula, lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. One more time with all your heart. Serve humanity, serve Mother Earth. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, li. Lula. Lola, hallelujah. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's always spiritual courtesy is the word we use to say thank you. Thank you to who? Thank you to all the souls that are offering their love and their light, their frequency and their vibration. Do you think you're alone when you chant love, peace, and harmony? You're not. Many beings of love and light come to serve. So this book, as you can see, is by no stretch of the imagination limited to just healing the back. The wisdom applies to every aspect of life. As the center leader of Tao Center Portland, I share that title with Ruland and Portia. We have a responsibility, and that is to bring this very simple, basic wisdom so that everyone can move beyond mind over matter. There is wisdom beyond mind over matter, beyond heart over matter. It's called soul over matter. Everyone and everything has the source within. You, I, everything has the source soul within it, the source heart, and the source consciousness. So even those unpleasant people, they're still part of the source. They just lost their way. Everybody needs more love and peace and harmony. So the solution is love. 15 years ago, Dr. and Master Sha was saying, love melts all blockages. He hasn't stopped saying those same things. He is just trying to bring this wisdom to humanity using a bit more scientific language so that those that have very specific ways of processing things open their hearts and their mind, say, wow, this might actually be something I can work with and understand. I invite you to receive some of the healing that the Tao Center Portland offers. In the chat and in the video description itself, I have placed a link to what's called the Tao Light Massage. Remember, Tao is simply word that means source. So it's a source, light, love, and frequency is what it is. And it's a 1 hour session in which you come in and you basically just lie down and receive a healing. I mean, it's as simple as it gets. Now, if you are a student, you're familiar with this, then please do not take advantage of those free sessions. Join the membership instead. We offer a 50% off 1 month trial membership for anybody, and you get 40 plus sessions a month in the healing field. But we offer 2, which is what's called a light massage, and it's every Thursday, Pacific time, 5:30 p.m. And by following those links, you'll see a video testimonial on it and wonderful information. You'll have a good understanding of it. Then you just show up. And when you show up, which starts in 45 minutes from the time of closing this video, so I hope you sign up and come over there, and I'll see you there. I'll be leading that. And you get a bathe in the healing light. You can make one request during that session for whatever you want. I recommend something that's really major in your life that you need some transformation with. And if you really want to know if it works, then you want to come back a few times because, we do create miracles in our organization, but sometimes it takes more than once. So come to that. I look forward to seeing you. Be sure to return here tomorrow, 45 minutes earlier than now when we start, which is 4 p.m. Pacific time. And Lori will be leading a practice session using the practices and the animations that come with this book. I tell you, those are amazing, so powerful. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Make sure you share this video with family, friends, put it on your timeline, share it to your story, tell other people about it. This is how we awaken the world to love, peace, and harmony, to Tao calligraphy, and the message of soul over matter, so we can bring humanity to a new level of healing. My name is Paul. I'm so happy to have connected to all of you, and I will see you again Tuesday next week, if not at Tao Light Massage, in about 45 minutes. Bye-bye.